Welcome to Broken Paddle Podcast. I'm Curtis.
Hey, bro, this is Curtis, baby.
Yeah, I know Curtis, man.
Hey, man, this is Jack Burton.
We just stare that big sucker right back in the eye, and you remember what old Jack Burton always said.
Jack Burton.
Yeah. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir, the check is in the mail.
I don't want to scare anyone, but I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason. And if you listen to the old timers in town, they tell you he's still out there. Some sort of demented creature.
Really is.
Surviving in the wilderness. Full grown by now.
A lot.
Shane Irwin.
Wow! See, you never told me you were a flying squirrel.
Demonstrate some of my techniques from my super extreme death metal fighting system.
Go right ahead, man.
And my name's Gator.
Gator.
People say, hey, Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
No.
What?
Your people.
Hey, my name's Dirtbag.
D for dirtbags.
Get real, Kevin, because when you feel like a dirtbag, it's because you're a dirtbag, right? So just own it. Just say it out loud. I am a dirtbag.
Just own it, Dirtbag.
Just own it, man. Just own it, bro.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Well, you know, something I just kind of realized we have not done, we're what, 4 episodes in, and we have not, like, hey, here's how you can get a hold of us or anything like that.
Yeah.
We have an email. It's brokenpaddlepod@gmail.com.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know we had an email.
Yeah, dude. We got an email. We
Sweet,
actually,
man.
yeah,
Sweet, we're moving up.
we even have Wi-Fi around here. Yeah. Brokenpaddlepod.com. Pretty simple. You know? And you can find all of us on Facebook and all that. And wherever.
Not me. I'm not on it. I got it on there, but I don't check it, so don't even try to get on it.
I'm not trying to get a bunch of followers or anything, but I mean, if you have like some kind of event going on a river, or a big group thing, I don't know, something we should know about, or probably a lot of things that we said wrong, like correct us. Like no, the river goes this way, and the name of that is this, and all that kind of stuff. You can just let us know. Yeah.
Broken Paddle Canoe Club on Facebook and Broken Paddle Canoe Club on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Caleb, 105.
That was kind of bad.
Coming at you.
Yeah, not bad.
I chubbed up a little bit. I thought I said, damn, he's actually sounds good right now. Like, no, you sound good all the time. But I was like, damn.
It's a whole rap.
Should I adopt that for like?
I thought it was.
Oh
pretty
yeah.
bad.
We should just go straight wacky.
You need to do like the
wacky
intro
morning
to
show.
commercial.
Hey.
Be the flying
Wah, wah,
squirrel.
Yeah. Wow. Hey. Good morning.
99.3
Right.
Caleb.
Yeah. So I want to spread the word about different. Like, I know Kings River did a thing a few weeks ago. They had a big festival on the river. It was like, you canoe, you kayak, and they have bands playing and stuff like that. So I didn't know about it until it was already over with. We used to have one here on Pettigene Mountain that they never promoted.
The boat race.
The Great Arkansas
Canoe
race.
Yeah, we went.
I'm gonna do it the whole.
I don't think they do it anymore. Oh, yeah.
The whole time.
But they quit doing it because nobody showed up because nobody knew about it. So.
I don't think you understand. It's like WKRP.
So yeah, that's how you get a hold of us if you want to. I don't know why you would, but that is it.
Hey man, speak for yourself.
Yeah. What you just want to put people on your?
Absolutely, I want all the attention.
Well, you can have it.
Okay. You can have it, brother. You can have it.
I don't even want to be on here.
Yeah. You don't even know where you are.
You told me to come over and hang out. I didn't know.
We just picked you up from the nursing home and said,
yeah,
like, here, we're going to get you some coffee here, old man.
I'm 87 years old.
Yeah.
What am I doing on this shit?
Georgia.
You look like Ric Flair.
Georgia.
Woo!
Yeah, I couldn't remember. My inner macho man was about to come out. I said, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
That's something.
Bonesaw is ready.
That was something that we were. It was in the works one year for the May float.
Cocaine?
No, it was not cocaine. No, when going down the Buffalo, the plan was we was all going to dress up like the old '80s wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
And I was going to have a big speaker that pisses everybody off. You know, pisses me off.
Oh,
But big, huge. I just imagine, you know, like a family just sitting on a gravel bar chilling, and then you hear coming around the corner. You know, the Hulk Hogan. American. And there's a whole bunch of fat, drunken assholes with shoelaces tied around their biceps, and then
who was
like
the
spandex
wrestler
underwears.
from like the 90s or 80s that had like the Pit Vipers, the fucking big
Bret Hart.
No, and like the really wild colors.
You like it,
outfit and
shit, huh?
shit.
Dude,
And, like,
when I was
like
a kid, I loved that shit.
Yeah. You're getting all swole, huh? Oh,
And we're back.
We're back. You got a Diet Coke sitting down here?
Hell yeah, I got a Diet Coke.
Hey, dude, you good?
Okay, Paul.
I love Diet Coke.
Aspartame.
Trump likes Diet Coke.
Yeah,
I started drinking it.
Oh,
I also
man.
didn't like McDonald's until I saw our great president enjoying himself at a McDonald's. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give McDonald's another chance, and I'm not gonna lie to you boys.
Every time I see one
It's
of those,
better.
like photo ops with all the McDonald's and fucking
Yeah.
Oval Office,
Oh, I eat
there cannot be a
McDonald's,
McDonald's anywhere close to the White House. You know that shit's cold.
Hey, it don't make it shit. I'll eat a cold McDonald's burger. I've seen Trump do it. I'll do it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
McDonald's ain't
Are
bad.
you looking at me?
I'm looking at
I
anybody.
don't know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at anybody.
Why you keep bringing up Trump?
I just think it's a
You
great
like
word.
keep bringing it up like over and over.
This is the first time this podcast I brought it up.
You brought it up twice on the last one.
Well, yeah, I love him. It's God, family, Trump. I don't understand what the problem is.
Ain't got nothing to do with floating on the river.
Then kayaking. Well, what if Donald Trump wants to go kayaking? Maybe he needs. Maybe he watch our shit. Maybe he'll start watching. Now that I name dropped him like 6 times, and maybe he'll want to go kayaking, bro.
You should
and guess who? If he does, guess who's gonna ask?
You should cut all this off, bleach this shit yellow, and cosplay as Donald Trump on the river.
That'd be good.
I don't know that I would. I mean, I would if it wouldn't hurt his feelings. Like, if he would find it honorable, I would 100% do it.
This is the worst negotiation ever.
This is the worst impersonation of me ever.
Yeah, that was bad. That was awful. Mine was awful. Yours is a lot better.
I can't do impersonations.
I can't do it.
I wish I could.
Jason Norris, he's kind of
I can talk like I'm on the radio just fine.
Hey.
I can't do Donald Trump.
Cayman, you didn't do bad. You kind of.
Norris, he's a little alcoholic.
You fired.
No, I'm not an alcoholic.
Hey, he's a drug addict.
No,
he's,
shit, no.
He's on meth.
Yeah, I am on meth.
And he's a felon.
And I am on meth. But I'm only a felon because of the meth.
You're gonna open up a restaurant in the middle of nowhere?
I could. But I won't be doing what he did.
I thought we'd talk about some boats.
Let's talk about some
Hell
boats.
yeah, man.
I seen a liquid logic on the way here. In the back of somebody's truck.
Oh yeah?
Hey, you saw a badass boat, is what you saw.
Yeah, it was. It was bright green. And
Yeah.
You know what I'm kind of salty about selling last year? I never used it, but now that I don't have it, it's like, damn, I kind of want that back. Because we talked about the Great Arkansas Canoe Race.
The touring boat?
That touring boat, that son of a bitch was fast.
Yeah.
About 14-foot long Wilderness Systems Monteo from like 2005.
Imagine trying to take that thing down the Ouachita.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. That big bastard, no way.
Now, I didn't want to take that down any river because you can't turn it. But you get on a lake and that son of a bitch will cut right through the lake.
So
Yeah.
that is a. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
No, please.
So it is a good point if anybody's new to kayaking.
Touring
To the
kayaks
best
are
of my
no-no.
knowledge, 10 foot is about your cutoff. 10 foot and below 10 foot, your boat's going to turn. Above 10 foot, it's going to go straight.
You
Yeah,
can get away
that's
with
a
you can
general-
get away with 12s, but you start getting above 12 foot, you ain't taking that thing on a river, or at least you're gonna have a bad time.
Well,
And they-
Collins is 13
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah, and he had a bad time.
Now they do make
Yeah,
different
true.
boats to do different things, you know, but I think as a general rule of thumb, below 10 foot's going to turn, above 10 foot's going to track better.
Yeah.
And your kayak paddle, you want to
Yours is
stand
12.
up on your paddle.
Yeah.
You want to have the paddle on the ground, and you want to be able to lock your fingers over the top part of it.
It does matter. Your boat, what boat and what you're doing with it, where you're going makes a massive difference. I mean, if you're going whitewater, you're going to want an under 10 foot little. You're wanting a
Unless you got a
whitewater
crossover.
boat. Well, yeah, which
right.
I had a crossover, but yeah, but still, I mean, I'm not going to get into like a Dagger versus Jackson. It's not going to be like that. I'm thinking, like, if you're going to, you know, Buffalo or the Ouachita or even Spring River. Well, you know, Buffalo, you can get away with a Pelican. You know, that one.
Yeah, you can get away with Pelican or Sun Dolphin.
Yeah, you can.
I use the hell out of my Pelican.
I mean, I would rather ride on a piece of
I
cardboard.
even run
They're not
down
very
the-
comfortable.
Well, there is
Right
that.
on.
There is that. That Pelican that I've got is not comfortable at all. But I
Oh,
did get
pillow.
that thing down the Mulberry once.
I don't know.
It was that was a rough trip.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just it's not ideal. Basically, if you can, like where you sit, if you can put your hand on it and push and it gives, like if you stand on it and it feels like it's going to crumble like a milk jug, you don't want that on the river, man. I mean, if that's all you can, if that's your only option, that's your only option. But I sure would be very careful of where you take it, because like Pelicans and stuff, that's made for ponds. You know, I wouldn't even say lakes, because you got boats going, like motorboats going
It's been
by.
a lot more durable than you would have expected it to be. I've still got it, and it was used whenever I got it. But I mean, I wouldn't take it down the Mulberry that many times because, like I said, it was a very rough trip. But,
Yeah.
But as an entry level kayak that you're going to use once or twice a year to go down to Buffalo,
What?
they're awesome. $100 on
100
Marketplace.
bucks.
$100 on
What
Marketplace.
does a pool noodle cost?
98 cents.
All right, so in my opinion, you get 4 pool noodles and tape them together.
Hey, fuck you, man.
And at least then, but at least then
You're
you'll
gonna
look
stay
like
as dry.
well, you're gonna look like you're out there playing and having fun versus somebody who's going kayaking in a fucking Sun Dolphin or a Pelican. No offense,
Fuck you, man.
but I mean they suck ass.
Now,
Nobody wants that shit.
Honestly, for what we've been doing, and I know we said we weren't going to talk about brands, but the Ascend 10 footers,
No,
sit
I
on
mean-
tops, those are like those, or his 12 footers, for example.
No, I mean brands. Yeah, I'm just saying like
Like a Versus.
Like I'm not gonna go
Jackson versus Liquid.
Yeah.
like
which
their
boat's
whitewater.
better?
This whitewater boat versus this whitewater boat.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. It don't matter. You know, it when it comes to whitewater boat is for whitewater stuff. You don't want to take a 6 foot little whitewater boat that's made to be doing flips and shit down the Buffalo, because you're just going left to right, left to right. You're not going straight.
That would
You know,
make
it's
for a long
gonna
fucking
suck.
day.
You definitely
You
don't
want
wanna do
something
it in
that goes
February.
straight, you know. You don't want to take it down Perception Outlaw, you know, the big giant fishing boat down whitewater, because you're gonna be swimming.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it don't turn. You know, it's made to stand up in. So that's what I'm talking. Like
Yeah.
Perception's got lots of different boats for different things. The Outlaw is probably the most comfortable boat I've ever had, but I took it on I bought it specifically for the wilderness float when we went from Rush to Buffalo City, because I'm a fat ass and it'll hold my fat ass up, along with all my camping gear and cooler and stuff. I did not realize that it had one speed, and that is low gear. It was not turn, and
Worked your ass. Oh,
it killed me. I come home and I thought I was going to die when we was out there.
Let me
I've
tell you,
been there out
the second
against the
on the second day, about midway through the second day, right? He's dying. Okay, so bad that him and Cayman had to swap.
Yeah.
Swap. And I was like, man, what's going on with Curtis? Is he okay? What's the deal? And I didn't realize just how much he was struggling with it until, you know, I seen Cayman get on the thing, and then I could hear him because he's behind me, just going, just whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah.
whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah.
and he's going nowhere.
For miles.
Now,
Miles.
I did the whole, and we did the majority of the river in that first day because what I had done was
that's smart. That's what I was.
I can't. It's not yellow. I can't remember who put it out, but you can buy a map for like $20. It's a little fold-out map, and it's got the entire.
I sent the maps to y'all.
Well, it's a waterproof map, and you can it has the entire river, but it's real small. What I did is I got on there and I zoomed it all in.
Zoom it in, old man.
Zoomed it in. And took screenshots and then printed out and laminated it, so I knew every mile, I knew every marker. Like,
you planned it out.
I planned that shit out. I knew Elephant Rock was about halfway point. So I was like, okay, we could do.
Was Elephant Rock like noticeable?
Oh, absolutely.
Like when you saw
absolutely.
it, you was like, okay, that's it.
No doubt. So I knew every turn where we were, and how many miles we've gone, how many miles we have left. So I was watching that shit, and I was like, we can just keep on going. And I'm just, rah, 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 rah. And I look beside me, and there's like Cayman and Kale and Shane, they're just sitting there, and Jess, and they just, one paddle, and they go right past. And they're just hanging. And I'm, rah, rah, rah.
I bet
and
your ancestors was proud, bro.
We did about,
Dragging
I think we did about 18 miles that first day.
Yeah, it was.
And then,
The fuck?
and I said, well, we'll stop and we'll camp right here. This is a good spot. And we camped. And then I said, the next morning, I was like, hey guys, look, we only got 7 or 8 miles left or something like that. And I said, we can go all the way down to the last 2 miles, stop and camp and just hang out all day. It's supposed to storm. Or we can just push through and we can go have McDonald's by lunch.
I was so glad that he did that.
And it was like, let's go eat, boys.
Well,
so we hauled that, but I mean, I was, and I was going nowhere, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I hollered at everybody, said, "Man, y'all got to pull off."
Pizza Hut.
I laid down on the gravel bar, and I was like, "Please,
Yeah,
please."
no shit.
I thought I was going to die.
About 2/3 of the way. No, about halfway through that second day. No shit. He gets out of the boat and just lays on the gravel bar, and I was like, God damn, is it that bad? And he's like, yeah, it's bad. And then it really dawned on all of us just how fucked up that boat was on the river, because Cayman jumps out of the fucking boat and just starts walking the boat down the river.
I said, just trade with me for just give me 2 hours. I just gotta be able to. I swear, just give me some relief. So we swapped boats, and I went from being a half mile behind everybody to a half mile in front of everybody, and I'm like, I feel great. And Cayman's back there. Just
Cayman was falling
fuck this boat, just God, this piece of shit.
That young buck was wore out.
He was pissed. He was fucking pissed.
All gunned up, chest out, shit. You was tired, right?
He just jumped out and swam and pulled the boat with him.
No shit. He jumped out of the boat and was dragging the
fucking boat. If I'd have been there and you'd asked me, get fucked. Yeah, I just kept on going. I'd have swapped it.
It feels like paddling with an anchor behind you.
Yeah,
that's the way it was
awful.
the very last overnight trip that I went on with.
How do you remember? Shit. You were passed out the whole time.
No, the last one was with Dennis, wasn't it? Where you had that shit ass raft.
No. We did more after that, didn't we?
I don't know.
I don't know. It all bleeds together.
I got time autism.
But, yeah.
I mean, that boat was when we got on the water the first day. I was like, damn, Curtis is packed up. He's fucking ready. He's got this shit down. Because he packed up damn near half of everything he owned on that fucking boat.
When was
I
that?
had one bag.
And you had that fucking Coleman grill. You had.
It's a little Camp Coleman grill. It wasn't that big.
When was that we went? I don't remember. We did an overnight, and we was kind of in a rush, and we was like pack light. I had a canoe, and somebody had a kayak. It was me, you, and Dirt, and we was like pack light, and he brings a Alice pack full of cast iron skillets.
Yeah, I was like, how the fuck you brought a refrigerator with you?
Brought a fucking cast iron Dutch oven.
It was my canoe. You brought the kayak. I had the canoe.
Yeah, that's right.
And we put his bag in there, and we picked it up, and I heard
it about sunk the boat.
No, we picked the boat up to go put it in the water, and I heard it crack. And I was like, nope, you have got to get rid of some shit, man. That bag was like 90 pounds.
You remember that? Yeah. I think you had a whole mattress. He was trying to bring a single mattress in. Bro.
I think he brought a refrigerator. I don't know. It was wild. He brought a washer, dryer. It's crazy. But yeah, when we got back from that trip, I sold that boat the next weekend. Fuck that, gone.
That would have been a great boat to take on a lake to go fishing.
Absolutely. As long as you ain't got,
because I mean, you pack. You say you didn't pack heavy. You packed pretty heavy, but it took all of it. Like it was fine.
I had
and
one
that
big
seat looked
backpack.
so damn comfortable.
It was. But
Doesn't matter when you're.
yeah.
I knew it was bad when I seen him came and jump out of the boat and like literally just fucking walking it down the river. I was like, damn.
I had that boat and I had a Dagger Rome, which the Dagger Rome didn't hold very much weight at all. You know, it was like I'm overweight for it right now. You know, so but it was I loved that Dagger Rome. It had a drop down. It was a crossover boat. You can go white water, you can go flat water. You had a drop down skate. It was phenomenal. But you ain't packing any gear in it. It's not made for that. So I wasn't going to take it. So I took the big one. I got rid of both of them, and I bought a Crescent light tackle too, and it does both. It can hold a lot. I can pack a bunch of stuff in it inside of it with the dry hatch, and it's got that second whatever stabilized whatever, and it's got the really nice frame seat that you can set in a high position, low position. I love that boat. It goes straight. It goes fast. It holds weight. The harder I paddle, the faster it goes. That's what I need. So it really matters what boat you take.
I'll say this: the Liquid Logic that I have, it's a crossover boat. It's got the drop down skeg, but man, the dry hatch on the back of that thing, like I can put loose cigarettes in the back of it and then go kayaking, and it does not leak. But it takes forever to get the lid off. Like I got to use the knife on my life jacket to get the lid off. Like it is tight now.
Yeah. I've been really partial to that damn Ascend that I got secondhand.
Ascend's not bad kayak.
They're good.
I've got that 10T sit inside.
Yeah.
And it's got like a little cargo net with little clips on the back. And I've dumped my kayak a few times. I dumped it on the damn Caddo, and all of my shit was still in the kayak.
You don't even know what the name of my Liquid Logic is. The coupe is the whitewater sit on top. I got the city in, but I don't know the name of it, to be honest.
I can't remember.
But they're nice boats. Like I would buy another one.
Well, Jessica's got the old.
I didn't like your Liquid Logic because it has those thigh braces in there. The cockpit's so small and so tight, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that's the one I took down to Mulberry that one year. I borrowed from you. That thing cooked me to the fucking bone.
I love it, bro.
The sun was out shining, and I was like, gosh, damn, this thing's hot.
Oh, it's black. Yeah.
I remember having to pull my legs out of that thing.
It's a black boat.
Yeah, okay.
So it's hot.
But
Cayman's got an Ascend as well.
Yeah. He's got the 12-foot version of the River Goat
that I got from Bass Pro, and it really wasn't that expensive, but it's a nice boat. It's got all the attachments you would ever want on it. It's got a nice seat on it.
You got a nice boat. It's just heavy as a motherfucker.
It is heavy.
It is very heavy,
but it floats good.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not slow.
Who Ascend's the manufacturing company?
Yeah. It's Bass Pro's brand. Yeah.
I like as far as to me the lower end kayaks. For me, like if I was going to buy a low end kayak, it would be an Ascend or an Old Town.
Low
end.
Low end. Them some bitches are $600.
Yeah, I mean for a good kayak, that's
mine was like $1,000.
Come on.
No.
Yeah, we got
your shit was like $300.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? Like an Ascend, I'm saying like you can go get a Pelican or a Sun Dolphin for cheap.
Mid-level. And Ascend is like mid-level.
Yeah, and your Liquid Logics, your Jackson kayaks, your Torrents, they're going to be a little higher. But as far as your mid-range, like all-purpose boats, dude, Old Town's not bad, and Ascend's great.
Yeah.
I would not. Now, I will say there is one other boat that kind of, in my opinion, breaks all the rules. A fellow kayaker, that not on the podcast, that he goes with us. He's got a Malibu Mini X. It's 9.5 foot. But man, that boat, it tracks, it turns, it's the perfect.
You talking about that red one?
No, the
it's a little
yellow one. Is it yellow one with the little foot pegs?
Yes,
yeah.
bro,
That thing is
a Malibu Mini X.
Looks goofy, but I've seen a lot of them on those from the.
I don't know where you get them anymore because you used to be able to get them from Gander Mountain. Yeah. But I don't think Gander Mountain exists anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if surely they still make them. But like when I went to buy that Dagger Torrent, I had to order it from Oregon for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
But Perception, Dagger used to make it, and I think Perception makes it now.
Perception's pretty good.
Like
though.
Or vice versa.
Dagger and Perception is like, I think Dagger's the parent company
Okay,
of
yeah, yeah.
Perception.
All right.
So
But
it's the same.
now instead of getting like my Dagger says Dagger Torrent, I think now they say Perception Torrent.
That makes okay.
I don't
I don't know.
fucking know. It doesn't matter.
Well, Dirt's on a Wilderness Systems, ain't you?
Yeah, he's got a native, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've
And that's the heaviest boat we got, I think, in our
that
crew.
some bitch is nice.
That
though.
thing is heavy.
It is a
very
frog
nice.
digging boat. It's the base camp of kayaks.
Yeah.
What boat did I fuck up the viewers at one year?
Suppose.
Yours.
What do you mean fuck it up?
Remember I pulled it out of the back of the truck and I knocked a hole in the bottom of it and you sunk halfway through the trip?
Oh, that was the old
Oh,
town
that was Old Town, yeah. But I mean, that's just because that bottom had been wore down.
I bought that boat when we first started 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he always just picked up the nose and drugged that sucker across the gravel
I'll
and the
say
concrete.
this. It was my favorite. It was one of my favorite boats. Like
Yeah.
my all around just Old Town Vapors. They still make them.
Had
And
a really funny smell.
Yeah.
We called it the SS Minnow Bucket.
Well, that's because I
that,
pissed in it.
it had a funny smell.
I couldn't believe you just gave that to that guy on the bank.
Well,
Here you have this.
I got a bunch of boats. They had a kid, and I thought, man,
I
you
bet
know,
he patched that thing and got
I'm sure he
out
did.
of
But
that
I knew that I would never patch it. That I would never fix it. It's a 20-year-old boat, and they was kind of looking at that little kid. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to help that kid out.
I tell you one that I absolutely love that you have. I don't really like your version of it, but that old it's Old Town, the single canoe. Is
Yeah.
that the Old Town?
Yeah.
Yeah, the single canoe.
What do you mean
it's
you
not
don't
the-
like my version?
Your version does not have any
How
foot.
the hell you know?
Because remember, I borrowed it because I was going to buy one.
Oh yeah, I got the original version.
Yeah,
It
you got
doesn't
the
have
original
foot
version. There's
pegs.
all it needs is foot skegs.
You know, I've never used that boat.
It's awesome. Well, other than that, there's nothing.
You think I were to bring it this trip?
Yeah, dude. I've got some foot pegs that we can install on the thing. If you install some foot pegs on the thing, that's all you need.
Does
You
it have a
can
back
do
on it?
everything.
It's got a
It's
seat
got
in
an
it.
amazing seat on it. It's got storage in it. It can hold a shit ton of weight.
That
That
would
thing
be-
moves super fast, turns on a dime, but you don't have it. His version doesn't have any foot pegs.
So your feet's just sitting.
So you're just kind of sliding. So your butt slides down. It's just real awkward. But that if you put foot
What about
pegs
putting
on,
sticky tape down on the bottom? Grip tape.
I mean,
Better than nothing, but still probably wouldn't.
we've got the rails with the adjustable foot pegs,
Well,
man.
put them on there for me.
Yeah, I'll do
drop
it.
my boat
That
off
would be-
tomorrow.
Bring it sucker
and
by
then,
tomorrow. I'll
you
put
can
the
have it
suckers
done
on,
for me
dude. I'll
Thursday.
silicone that bitch up too.
Yeah, and you can just do
We'll do
everything
it.
for me.
I had to fix Dirt's boat
You know, I'm
before we
fucking
went to the
about
Caddo. Once you get it out of his truck, that sucker has 5 handles on them, all broke.
Speaking of which,
that canoe, that would be the thing to take on that
Yeah.
wilderness trip
Yeah.
or overnight trip.
and I told
That's-
her
yeah.
y'all could borrow it any time.
I love that boat. I was gonna buy one.
Should
It was between that and the Crescent.
Any boat I have, y'all are welcome. Y'all even gotta ask.
He put some
And-
foot pegs in there.
Okay,
When we
you
go to the
gotta-
wilderness
if-
this year, I'll probably take
Oh,
you
you
on that.
can come get anything you want.
I'm taking it.
You can come get anything you want.
And that's a good thing about, like, if anybody ever comes on our trips, we definitely push that. Like, the people that's never floated before or whatever, or they have bought some
Oh, I'll
crap.
give you my nicest boat.
Yeah, they
just
got-
to watch you enjoy it.
Yeah, we got friends that just went and bought a boat from Tractor Supply one day because they wanted to come with us, and they went with us like, hey man, here, get in my boat, take off, or just try everybody's boat out. That way you kind of get an idea of what you want, what feels comfortable to you, because that you love that Liquid Logic. I hate
love
that
it.
thing. I hate it. I got in it. I felt
The seat's a
claustrophobic.
car interior. They
Yeah.
make car interiors.
Yeah, but I felt super claustrophobic. I couldn't get out
Yeah,
of
it
it
is.
fast enough.
That's dirtbag.
What?
Is the seat for they're called badass seats.
I think so.
Yes, they make them for car interiors. They put in that kayak.
He don't know.
He trying to be an ass.
He don't know.
But I'll tell y'all, and Dirtbag was there. He remembers it, or should remember it. We was kayaking down the Buffalo River, and I come across the guy whose boat had a hole in it. I gave him, didn't know him, gave him my Old Town Vapor. And
It was
I
a
said-
kid.
No, this dude was an older guy. And I said, or was it a kid?
You gave it to a kid
And I
because your
said,
boat
you
had
go
a-
on. I said, you go. You take my boat, and I'll get in the canoe with dirt. And then about an hour later, I thought, boy, he's gonna steal my boat. He never did.
Oh,
though.
I'm thinking of something totally different.
He had my boat at the get out, like 7 miles downriver. He had it.
Yeah.
People on the river generally pretty good folks.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, dude, I really like this boat. This dude was stranded. He was up in the mud and the bushes. You remember that?
Yeah.
DB. Oh, DB.
Kylan's got a feel-free Moken, and that thing is awesome. It's the longest boat we have. It's right at 13 foot.
He was struggling with it a little bit on the cattle just because of how long it was. I
Yeah,
mean, there was that one
used to it.
rapid that, like you said, was only about that wide, and he could not navigate it and wound up going whoop.
Well, yeah, there was a rock that you just had to. I mean, if you weren't paying real close attention, there's a rock that was just barely under the water, but it come up and kind of had a dip in it, and everybody kept hitting it, and it would just on the water because the water funneled right there. It was rushing pretty hard, and this rock was just to the left, and it kind of went right to it. So you hit it, and it would just dump you right over. So me and Shane, we went through it, parked, ran up there, and was like, before we got up there, Kylan done hit it and tipped. We got him out of there, but then we was just helping everybody, not hit that rock because everybody was going to tip right there.
Yeah, and my kids on their little bitty ass 8-footers, and they only weigh about 40 pounds a piece. They just went hit the rock. They didn't go over
and just stopped. It's like, hey, Dad. Oh, yeah.
And something else too, when buying a boat, it's good to look at the bottom side of it. If you've got that line going down it, that's your keel. That's what helps you track.
Yeah.
So if it's slick and smooth, that thing's for turning.
I don't recommend paddle boards neither. Paddleboard.
Yeah, you had a couple of years of paddle boards.
Yeah. No, not good.
What was it, Perception High Life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you doing a commercial shirtless with those Ray-Bans on a paddleboard.
I should.
Yeah, I could see that.
I can see you
What
doing that.
what we messed up with that
Wouldn't nobody buy
paddleboard,
no
we didn't
paddleboard.
realize
Ain't
is
nobody
that
buying no paddleboard.
we store our boats inside in a shed. We store them standing up.
Yes.
But we didn't realize you have to open up that drain plug because when it's just being stored, because in the heat of summer and there's any moisture in there, it's gonna
Wait a minute. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't learn that until like last year. So yeah, you're supposed to, because it messed up his Perception High Life.
Dude, I didn't know. I knew not, like, if you've got a keel on the bottom of your boat, don't sit it on concrete and let it sit there.
Right.
Like, store it up like that. I didn't know, like,
you need to open up that so that
for
air
the
will
evaporation.
Yeah,
I'll
because
be
it'll
damned.
have moisture inside and it'll expand.
Well, I'll be damned.
and when it's 100, this is Arkansas, man. It's 110 with a heat index of 118,
Yeah.
and you got moisture inside that boat,
Just swamp
and it's
that.
just going to warp it. And that's what happened to that we think that's what
And
happened.
Liquid Logic ain't gonna warp because it's a good boat. You know what I mean? It's a liquid.
Yeah.
So,
It's plastic. Everything else.
It's a plastic boat. They all plastic boats.
I would say younger, like if you're gonna get a boat for like 12, 10-year-olds, like a paddleboard would be
Old Town
cool.
Otter.
Like, because it's got the foam top.
Mhm.
And it's I mean, you can stand up in it, have fun in it, stuff like that. But I mean, now I got my Sin where it's a sit on top with a nice chair on it. It's got all attachments. I don't want a paddleboard.
Yeah.
Comfort's
Those
a
sit on
big
tops.
deal, man.
Those sit on
Yeah.
tops are really nice.
It'll-
Like the goat that Jessica's got, because I gave her the river goat, and she got the 10-foot version of yours. She really likes that thing because the goat is the goat.
Yeah.
It won't tip. You'll fall out, but you ain't gonna tip it.
That's why
Yeah.
I named those the Sins River Goat, because by God they go anywhere. If you ever go out to Nevada and you see them goats going up a mountain that's just straight up and down.
I can do
I
that.
mean that's
Hers is something about the way that one was built. Like it is impossible to turn that thing over. You're gonna fall out, but it will not.
I've turned
turn
it over.
You turned
The
it over.
river goat was
I've never
12
had
foot
that.
long, wasn't it?
No, it's a
No,
10.
it was 10. No, I don't think I turned it over. I think what happened is I hit a rapid and I just slingshot out of it. Is what happened.
That's why I said it's gonna.
Yeah, you're right.
That one's gonna stay flat
Yeah.
all the time. You will fall out of that bitch quick, but it will not turn over.
Yeah.
Something else probably good to mention, if you're, check your water level through ArkansasWhitewater.com. It'll give you the water levels, and you can research, what's acceptable. But if you're kayaking a class 1 or a class 2, focus on comfort.
Yeah.
Just comfort. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. Make sure that you're within a 30-pound range of the weight. If your boat holds 250 pounds, as long as you're 220 or below, you're good.
I have found that
you definitely don't want to be.
You don't want to be 240 pounds.
Yeah. Because that's very inaccurate. Like my boat might say it holds 300 pounds, but you get somebody
that's max weight.
Max weight, and you get somebody sitting there at 250, and it's like it's a little swirly. It like wants to kind of tip.
Mm-hmm. But they make boats. It doesn't. We had a friend at one time that was pretty large, and he could kayak. He was 500 pounds at one time, and he get in the boat. So they definitely make them. But yeah, if you're class 2 or below, I would focus on comfort. Class 3, you're going to have a boat that's rated for a class 3.
But you've been to a boat store that's let you take the boat out on a river or on a lake or something and test it out.
Most of them do.
Yeah, if you go to an actual boat store, they'll let you take it out somewhere
so and
try it out.
Oh yeah, all those actual kayak dealerships, I guess you would say, mom and pop kayak places like Watchtower, Outdoor Outfitters, H2O Sports in Conway.
Is Ouachita still a thing in Hot Springs dirt?
I think it is, yeah.
I think the one in Hot Springs shut down, but the Cotter store is still open. But all those places, you say, hey, I want to schedule a demo. I'm looking at. I'm trying to decide between these 3 boats. I don't know which one I like better, and they'll put you on a schedule for Saturday noon. And then you go, they'll take it, they'll load up the boats for you, take it to the lake, let you paddle around, get used to it, and this is like measure your height and your weight, and like this is the kind of paddle you need and all that kind of nonsense.
Oh!
On the topic of general comfort, I've noticed that
that hand was sweaty.
The nicer kayaks are the ones that actually have a seat.
Yeah.
Not the ones that are a formed plastic seat that's part of the kayak with a little foam pad on it, which is what my Pelican's got. But a seat with a cushion that folds and has like adjustable straps and stuff and whatever. That's a big difference.
Big difference.
Because
you're sitting in that sucker for 6 hours. It's gonna
I gotta be comfortable.
Because I dealt with the goat for the longest time without having a seat, and I had one of those weird little strap seats that I had to mess with. I dealt with that for a couple of years, remember?
Yeah.
That sucked so bad. That sucked so bad. And then I finally got a seat to put on that thing. I was like, oh my God, this is so much better.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
a
so
world
much
of
better.
difference. And you get one with a frame seat.
Yeah.
You're talking about Cadillac.
Yeah.
Cadillac.
What you talking about frame? What do you mean frame seat?
It has a metal frame.
Well, I don't know.
No, you ain't got nothing like that. I'll show you what we got. You can pull it out of the boat, set it on the ground.
I'm a piece of shit because I ain't got nothing like that.
Yeah, you damn right.
No, I'm just saying you ain't got nothing like that. Now,
frame seat. Dirtbag, you got a frame seat?
No.
No, plastic.
I think plastic's the way to go.
I bet you do.
Those frame seats are
actually the Logic's got a frame seat, don't it? Sorry, but it's got the low back, but it doesn't.
No. It's. I'll show you here in a minute.
Man, I don't want to see it.
My paddleboard, it had like straps. It was
and
that was terrible because the straps broke.
It never held right.
My dagger's got the straps.
By the end of the float, I was leaned all the way back in the seat because it just.
You talking about like a stadium seat type deal?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's similar to that, yeah.
As a matter of fact, mine is identical to a stadium seat, only without the little things that go on the stadium.
They're nice. They're comfortable.
A bit.
It makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
Huge difference.
It also depends like what you want to do. Like if you want to go float and fish, like you make sure you got your little fishing pole holders and you got all the bells and whistles with the boat to do that. And you got like a big old storage compartment in the back where you can store fish or whatever.
You know what was weird is that I had that touring kayak and it was not meant for fishing, but because it was so long and would track through a lake, and they had what they call the primary and secondary stability. So primary stability real low, it would just flop back and forth. but when you reach to a certain point, it wouldn't go any further than that. So
yeah, mine's got that secondary stability to it. It's wild.
Y'all just learned this shit from the podcast?
No.
It was.
I never heard y'all say no shit about no primary, secondary.
Because it's not, it's not really relevant on a river, right? Because I mean, it is sort of.
It is because you can lean.
Well, how did y'all find out? Like,
when I bought my boat, I bought mine from.
Evidently, I don't know jack shit.
When I bought my boat, it was from a place in Fayetteville. I will find the name and I will put it in there somewhere. But the guy we did a demo, and the guy took me out to the lake, and he's like, it's got primary stability and secondary stability. And I didn't know what that meant. He said, well, okay, you're sitting in there and you feel fine. Lean to your left. You lean to the left and it just stops. Like, it doesn't just roll over, it just stops. So like if you need to go around a sharp curve, you lean to that left and you paddle, and it'll, it was pretty cool. And so and it has a low seat setting, and I can loosen the strap, and my seat will sit up high. I put it up high, and you feel really unstable, but it just takes a while to get used to, because you kind of lean and you just kind of stop. So it's neat. Mine's got that. Dirt's has got that, and
I don't know.
Collins has got that.
I bet mine don't. Mine's an old liquid.
I don't know.
That was
you can see it because it comes up and then bubbles out. Like, yeah.
It's so low to the water though, because you're supposed to. I think in that boat you're supposed to be flipping yourself.
So you'd have low secondary stability.
I bet I got zero. Yeah.
That Wilderness Systems, that touring kayak, it was weird because it was like no primary stability. You just flop back and forth like you had no control over it at all. But you could lean all the way over and it'd never go over.
Dirt, you can walk around on it and frog gig.
Yeah. The Collins is the same way. He's got a strap. You can just stand up. You can stand up, fish, and whatever.
Dirtbag's like a mini barge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I was saying is that it was weird to me that I could actually fish in that touring kayak, because it's supposed to just cut through and you're supposed to use it for like racing and going long distance, but I could get out in the middle of the lake and just fish in that thing, and you don't have the big platform like he's got to lay out all your tackle and stuff, but because it was 14 feet long, my poles would fit inside the kayak. I could fish and never have to worry about falling over and out of the thing. It was weird. It was different. Like I said, I wish I hadn't sold that, because it was cool.
I think is underrated on a boat is having a good dry box.
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
At like your crotch area.
Right there. Yeah.
Store keys, your phone, wallet, whatever. It's dirtbag or nor is it. Don't
Not me, bro.
You don't need that.
Did we touch on that on what happened to me with that with the dry box, and it was your boat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I had the dry box with the phone. And I
got stuck under the seat.
Yeah, and I thought I'd lost it, but because it wasn't a frame seat, it was part of the boat. It got wedged underneath the seat, so we chipped that thing over, shook it, never could find it.
It's a year later.
Yeah, a year.
A phone. A wallet,
I did use that phone a
in
lot. I smoked the cigarettes, and I used all the money that was in the wallet. And then before we went back kayaking, I stuck it all back underneath there.
But yeah, just having somewhere you can store like your phone, like if you got a speaker or something.
Yeah, if you want to bring all that shit on the water, you're going to need to keep it dry.
You like music on the water, come on man.
Yeah, but man, damn, I can sing it in my head, sing out loud, fucking music on the water, bro. You out there to enjoy nature and think about, like, damn, this is what the Soto must have looked at, You don't see nobody in shit bring a fucking phone. Come on.
Remember the first time we floated.
I thought Vietnamese was coming.
We had a couple buckets. We was in two canoes. And there were 3 people per canoe, and the person in the middle had a bucket. It was as we was going down the river. Yeah.
I'll tell you what you don't want to do is you never want to get a canoe, get on a water and flood stage with 3 people, and one of them have cerebral palsy where he can't stretch his legs.
Not a good idea.
And have to sit on top of a cooler. That way, every time he moves, the boat tips over.
When did that happen?
Me and Dirt took a friend of ours that has cerebral palsy, and he's a good guy. He's got upper body strength. Like, there's nothing wrong with him on that. He just can't stretch his legs out, which in turn made us fucking tip.
He
nonstop.
he couldn't really walk by himself. He had-
No, it was a little. I mean, he can, but where we was at is a little difficult on sand and rocks.
Yeah, well, no, even on just like when we was camping, he had to have you help him walk every time he went to the bathroom.
He just wanted.
You know, but I mean, you're like, hey man, let me get a beer. I can't move because he had his feet on. I
Yeah,
can't move.
he
So-
was bullshitting on that.
Yeah, but yeah, that was wild. I said he don't need to go. He don't need to go. But no, man, he'd be all right. They tip.
But you know what? He lived, and if anybody out there, I said y'all can't get a hold of me, but if you've got a, cerebral palsy, hey man, I'll take your kayak. You want to go?
The
You
only
go with
reason
Drunken
he
Pedal.
lived is because of Dirtbag. Dirtbag saved his life
No.
4 times that I saw.
Well, he was drowning. I was getting the beer, and Dirtbag was sucking on his cigar to make sure.
You were
he
not
didn't
getting
go out.
beer.
Bullshit. We tipped over. I was putting all the beer in the cooler, and I said, damn, Jerry's drowning. Well, we're going to have to edit his name out. But I said, damn, he's drowning. And Dirt picked him up, let him get a couple breaths,
Yeah.
and dropped him again when we get the rest of the shit.
No shit. I was in a raft. We did not tip. I jumped out of the raft, swam over to him. Jason's standing there with the canoes kind of on its side, beer everywhere. I'm throwing beer in. He's just kind of. You were just standing there, man.
Get
You
the
weren't doing
fuck
nothing.
out of here.
You were just standing there.
Get the fuck, Dirtbag.
Dirt was
Get
grabbing.
the fuck, man, come
Dirt
on,
was
I put
grabbing
beer in
beer.
the fucking cooler.
I think you had the front of the canoe and was trying to walk it to gravel bar. Is what I think you were doing. And Dirt was at the back grabbing beer as well. And I said, "Where's Jerry? Where's Jerry?"
Well, we can't
sorry,
say his name.
sorry. Where's the dude? Where's the dude? And Dirt just reaches down and kind of it looked like one of those like a dog life jacket, and just picked this dude up out of the water. And he let him go, and he went back to putting beer back in the canoe. And then about 20 seconds later, he reached over, picked him up again, and he's like, and then let him go.
You know
He did
what,
it about
though?
4 times till we got
He
him on
had
gravel bar.
fucking fun.
Yeah, he had a good time. We all had a good time. Yeah. That dude, he had his feet up on the cooler. Man, let me get a beer out of that cooler. I can't move my feet. You got to get one out of the
Yeah,
truck.
he was
So
bullshit.
you had to go to the back of the truck and get a couple hot beers. And by the time you come back to your seat, he's got 4 cold beers. So whenever you got up, he would move and dig out the cold beers and put them down, put his feet back up there and be like, no, I can't move my feet. I'm like, oh man, you dickhead.
He did way better in Pennsylvania.
Woo!
Pennsylvania about cut his fucking arm off.
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
I heard about that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite stories and one of the worst times we've ever
Come on,
had
bud.
on the river.
Come on, but Jesus fucking storm.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I said,
Tore our tents up, front line wind. I think it's a little mini tornado, not like a tornado.
We're gonna have to deal with
But
that this
front,
weekend.
like dust devils and shit.
No,
Fuck
nowhere
those
near.
stand
It
up.
was bad.
Had to stay in the men's bathroom, and then we finally stretched tarps out, got a fire. It was fucking cold as fuck. And we was like, man, Pennsylvania, and dude had just sharpened that hatchet, hitting on a piece of driftwood. Everybody is fucking tore up. Can't nobody drive fucking nowhere.
well,
Fucking shitstorm. Scat! I mean, right down to it looked like a pussy lip. Right on his fucking arm. It just bolted up. Blood pouring out. Looked like 2 lips. You know what I mean? Fucked his arm up. Sorry if my niece listens to that.
when we left, I got up and it was just storming. And we knew, we kept checking the weather. Like, man, it's going to be like massive, severe thunderstorms, high tornado chance. We need to put it off to the next weekend. Next weekend is going to be beautiful. No, don't be a bitch. We're going. All right, so we went and we went to the campground and we said somebody showed up, a campground host or some game warden.
Yeah.
And we was like, we can't tell. It was raining so hard you couldn't see 20 foot in front of you. We was like, we can't tell where the campsites are. So I think we put our stuff up.
She let us camp on the hillside because she's like,
ain't nobody stupid enough. She literally said, nobody's stupid enough to camp this weekend, so you can have this whole place to yourselves. Nobody cares. We were holed up in the vault toilet bathroom.
Yeah, the outhouse.
It was so cold. We was just drinking whiskey to stay warm. And then when we finally,
somebody gave, we was a circle and somebody's in the middle of all of
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
Who was
That
it?
didn't
Who was
He
it?
don't remember.
Who was it?
When the bottle got dry, we said fuck it, and we went out and finished setting up tents and stuff. And somebody, a dirtbag and was it Dennis, I guess, drew a tarp across between some trees. By God, had a fire going, a big fire going, and it's constantly somebody.
I'm sure I did 0.
That whole trip, the week, 2 weeks before we went, I'm sewing somebody up. I got a sewing kit. I got a med kit. I'm sewing somebody up. I'm sewing somebody up. Whatever, dude. But the whole time, everybody's taking turns chopping wood. These guys showed up at your house the night before we was gonna float. Just, I don't know.
That was the next door neighbor, and I met him.
He didn't let you. You told me you met him at Love's.
Well, I did, but he wound up being my next door. That don't matter.
They were just there for the weekend or the week or something. They're visiting.
No, he
the
was
reason we
fucking
didn't
his
call
cousin.
Pennsylvania because he was just
fucking his cousin.
I
He was fucking his cousin.
Come on now.
No, he was fucking his cousin.
This guy we call
He's
Pennsylvania.
in prison.
because he
He's
lives
in prison. It don't make a fuck. He was fucking his cousin.
What?
Yes. Dirt in my line?
No.
Come on now. He's fucking his cousin.
Well, I
didn't know he was fucking his
I never
cousin.
met these people before in my life, and then they were just there's these couple guys that are going with us that had
It's
never been camping before.
Oh, yeah, the other dude. The other dude didn't fuck his cousin.
No.
Now, the other dude I worked with, the dude that was across the street, the cousin fucker, he's the one that I had just met. I did know the other guy.
Well, I didn't know anything.
The one that stayed drunk the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I knew him.
Okay. Well, everybody was taking turns hacking at wood and for the fire, and then Pennsylvania went over there and he had his hatchet.
That's cousin fucker.
And he said, Dennis said, somebody get that damn hatchet away from Pennsylvania before he cuts his fucking arm off.
Too late.
Clack, 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 boom. Oh!
I mean, bad, bro.
He comes over, oh! And he just, blood everywhere. And he's freaking out. Jason's like, yes! And he jumps up, and I'm sewing somebody up. And he's chasing this guy in a tornado, basically, through this campground. You can't see 20 foot in front of you, chasing him, I'm going to sew him up, I'm sewing him up. And then somebody else gets in, chasing him. Yep.
The other guy.
Y'all was chasing it.
He was gonna
everybody
put
else was
gunpowder
just
in
sitting
his arm.
around the fire like, at one point I just looked around and was like, man,
He's gonna die.
this guy's gonna die, and they're chasing this guy in the campground, and
Trying to
everybody's
save his fucking life.
everybody's here like this is it's Tuesday. You know what I mean? To you, this was the biggest day. We come and roamed your village and all that. To me, it was Tuesday.
Well, I
But-
can fucking tell you, he ain't never forgot that shit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
cousin fucker doesn't never forget that shit, bro.
And this other buddy of ours, he goes by Goof, just jumped up and yelled stop and drove him to Meta.
It was like 45 minutes to an ambulance
hospital,
to get
yeah.
him to where they could sew him up,
Yeah.
which I could have done it and he would have never left camp, but oh well.
It was wild.
I'm
It
sure
flooded.
we would have sewed him up fine. He would have been fine.
The campground flooded. There was 2 tents up, way up in a tree. You couldn't reach them. I mean, they were up inside the tree. I woke up. I had.
Never occurred to any of y'all to leave.
They didn't want to. They didn't want to. No. I got in my tent, and I think Dirt was supposed to be in the tent with me and Goof, and I remember I had an air mattress.
You had a nice setup.
And I woke up in the middle of the night. Jason had his own tent by himself. And I woke up in the middle of the night and somebody had put a damn Alice pack, like a full heavy Alice pack, on where my feet were on the air mattress. So my feet was like curled up. I was like, man, it's heavy. This thing is big green Alice pack. I was trying to kick it off. Pow! Kick it.
It was fucking me.
Pow! Kick it. Pow! What the hell? Man, quit kicking me. He was laying at my feet. His head was on the edge of my air mattress. What are you doing,
I was
man?
soaking ass wet.
He's soaking wet in a mummy bag. I thought it was an Alice pack. And I said, what are you doing, man? Why aren't you in your tent? He said, I had to cut myself out.
If I got in a bad situation.
He said I had to pee. I couldn't find the zipper, so I just got my knife and I cut it out.
Well, the little zipper thing broke on me. I said, motherfucker. And I had to piss, and the water was coming in. I had 2 waterproof matches.
Yeah.
I chewed
through the hole.
That's what I did. I chewed it so much down, and I started poking holes in the side of the tent until I could work and get my finger in there and just fucking shredded it. And I said,
You told me you took a knife and sliced it.
well,
up.
maybe I don't know. The matchstick sounds better to me. It's probably a knife. I'm probably bullshit. But anyway, I cut myself out of the damn thing and got in there and fucking I was. And the other guy that was with us got so cold, he had a black trash bag on, and had it within an hour, it was melted to his skin.
Oh no.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the guy that was drinking and never did eat, he melted that trash bag to him. You remember? Because he got in Dennis's truck.
Don't be coy.
Yeah,
that guy?
don't be coy. And he turned Dennis's truck on full blast heat and burned all the gas up.
Yeah. Like 8 hours. Just had it, and it, like I remember.
All the man wanted was to give Dirt a hug.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted, man.
Yeah. This guy. I remember waking up in the middle of the night a couple times, and I look, and you see the dome light on, and this truck is just shaking. You know, there's these 2 dudes in this guy's in somebody else's truck, and they got it running, and they got the heater going full blast, and they're in there, just both of them just talking so frantically, the whole truck's shaking. And I woke up like 3 times that night, and it was still like that. When it finally quit raining, some point in the morning, late morning, and we crawled out of our tent. They were still there. They burned up all the gas in that dude's truck. Probably messed his truck up just sitting there running like that. I don't know. They was just still.
I know we got up there.
They just drunk all night long.
Everything in the campsite was demolished because we had fought all fucking night. Every fold-up chair we had was fucked.
Trashed, yeah.
I threw my tent in the trash. Dude had to throw his tent in the trash because all night all we did was fight the drunk guy off.
Yeah.
Non-stop. Had to fight him off.
Don't be coy. He wanted to hug you, but then when he wrapped his arms around you, he tried to drag you to the ground.
It was worse than
over
you.
and over.
What?
And
Way
over.
worse.
I got to step on my game next.
You're gonna have to.
Next weekend, I'm going to step it up.
This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend.
And the way you described that weekend, I would have left the first night.
Dude, from what I remember, like it was.
We only
fun,
stayed
though.
one night.
I would have left the first couple hours.
Yeah,
I'd have been like Dirt on the cattle. No, I'm out. Bye.
I mean, for those first several years, that's all we did. It was just catastrophe. Every May float was one catastrophe after another, and that kind of built to like why we get excited for the May float, because what kind of horrible experience are we going to have this time? And it's always been that way. May floats are always just a catastrophe every time, every year.
Different catastrophes too. Sometimes it's hippies. Sometimes people nearly die.
Dirty, filthy hippies.
Worst catastrophe, and it's not kayaking, but the worst catastrophe that's ever happened, and I would probably say me and Dirt, is I was 13, Dirt was probably 15, 16. Well, you're like 10 years older than me. You're like 60 right now. But anyway, we all went camping. we was kids. We was teenagers. And this man named Danny Hayes, he was 33 years old, and he was an ex-bouncer. He decides to go with us and waits till we get drunk, and he fucking executes every one of us. Starts beating the piss out of every one of us. Fucks us all up. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Beat the piss out of everybody there. Hey, I pulled a gun, shot it right by his ear. He never stopped fucking hammering guy, bro. I had to get underneath the car to get away from this cocktail. I was terrified, bro.
Yeah,
I know that was irrelevant, but
well, back to boats, I guess. If you buy your boat from one of those places that we were talking about, like a kayak specialty store, and it breaks, they will replace it for up to I don't know how many years, but it's impressive.
Damn, I'm gonna start buying my shit from the boat shop.
You really need to. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the way to go. Now, Academy has their own. They have Magellan as their brand, and they have a Magellan boat, and that thing's really nice. It's cheap. They got I think two different ones, and the only problem I know a guy who bought one. I haven't got to paddle in it yet, but we were going to get one for my youngest son. Because it's really nice. It's set up for fishing, but it looks like it's be perfect for Buffalo, Spring River, most of everything that we do. But and real nice seat and everything. The only problem with it has this front hatch, this big front hatch that shortens your leg room. So like if I sat in it and I couldn't stretch my feet out all the way, and I produced giants. So he's 13 and he's already taller than me.
Fucking Philistine.
So we figure in a year or two he'd be just,
Philistine, bro.
In a year or two he wouldn't be able to use it, because his feet be all cramped up. That's why we got him a 13-foot boat.
I remember when he was 3 years old, he was 5 foot tall. I said, "Damn, Kurt,
Damn right with it.
what's going on here?"
Yeah.
Now, I remember seeing those once from the academy and like walking outside and they were sitting up front. Damn, those are good looking boats.
They're nice.
Those because the fishing boats with all the bells and whistles on them. I was like, dang, I want one of them.
Yeah, and I think they're only like $600 maybe or something like that. Yeah, and I mean, their Perception makes fantastic boats. They're the same mold as Daggers. They're just
that is something else to pay attention to when buying a boat. Don't get a 2-piece.
Yeah, that's all Pelican.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody else that makes 2-piece of Pelican.
Yeah, you want a 1-piece molded boat.
Yeah.
Shame.
That thing is still alive.
You're just sitting on a floating milk jug.
Hey, you know what?
Worse than that, a milk jug's solid. It ain't 2 pieces.
I will stand by that Pelican because I've used that thing many times. And it's not comfortable. It's not a great boat.
It's not a great boat.
But
you're standing by it.
But hey, you know what?
Are you going to?
It never got a hole in it. It never crumpled on me.
It will.
It was always the fastest one on the water.
No, it's not.
Oh, I was smoking all of y'all on the Buffalo with it.
I don't remember racing. I don't remember any of us racing.
Ain't none of you motherfuckers ever smoked me in my damn liquid.
I did on that Dagger.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck.
Hey,
I think you did beat me.
You know what them little 2-piece have over all of them? They're light as a feather. I can throw that thing up over my shoulder while y'all are...
I can hit 20 miles an hour, bro. Beg me. Beg me, motherfuckers. Watch this shit.
No, you is not.
The only boat that can come close to even catching mine is Dirt's fucking native.
Well, if I still have my...
Only fucking one.
That Crescent will do it.
The Crescent.
The Crescent will do it too.
It's just
and
loaded.
I brought that Wilderness Systems at the touring boat out there on that 4th of July out there on the lake. Remember?
Yeah.
That thing.
Now that thing will fly. I mean, if it's the longer it is, the straighter it's going to go, the faster it's going to be.
And it was thin. It was real thin.
Yeah. It's just a needle just shooting right through the water. But if you got a real wide boat, that thing ain't going to turn, and it's going to be dragging water. And it's going to be hard to paddle. But, the shorter it is, the slower it's going to be.
The first 30 seconds, I could be 10 minutes ahead of you.
No, you will not.
Look, if I had that Wilderness System still, you get on the lake next to me, I go, whoomp, whoomp, I'm on the
If
other
I
side
had
of the
a
lake.
jet ski, I'd beat all of you.
I ain't talking about no hyperboles or whatever. Or fucking metaphors. We're talking about fucking...
what we have.
Legit, yeah.
What we use.
First 30 seconds, I'm 10 minutes ahead.
No,
I don't want fucking...
All you do in that boat...
I see a wager going. I feel a wager coming on. I don't know.
Hey, but my Beretta Sim is pretty quick now too. That thing is one of the fastest.
I got a trolling motor on that liquid.
You ain't got no trolling motor.
Only thing that liquid light.
I put a 40-horse 7 root on the back of mine.
Yeah.
Full of beer cans.
Yeah. SS minnow bucket.
Yep.
Shoot a DeWalt drill with a pap.
Yeah.
That's what DJ Supermoon.
Yeah, that's right. He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got 3 of them. He's got a couple of kids on the corners of it with the DeWalt drills and
a prop.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there I've seen at Spring River almost every year that's got a jet kayak, and he just things going all over the place.
Yeah. You know what I'd like to try? I don't know if I want to buy one just because they're so weird. Is those little plastic fold-out ones that are clear? Have you seen them?
The origami boats?
Origami.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen. I've never seen one in person, but
they're clear plastic and they fold up. You can put them in the back of your car.
I don't
They're
know
smart
of
as
that.
shit.
I remember I knew a guy that had one of those
You ever seen that?
real nice rafts.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
clear
you can
kayak.
inflate.
Yeah.
The clear kayak.
And they
would be
inflated
pretty
it
neat.
and threw it on Lake
We looked
Choctaw and
into
it blew up.
renting some.
Ask Curtis
Florida,
about it. He
but we never
remembers.
did it. What?
We knew a guy that had a raft and he inflated it and threw it out on Lake Choctaw and it blew up.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Because he
happened.
fucked it around on the hot ass asphalt.
Yeah, I
Fucked it up.
overinflated it, and it was like midsummer, and as soon as it touched the water, it was like a shotgun went off. Scared the hell out of all these kids.
He said,
"Dude,
My
boat exploded."
Hey, I got a closing statement to make whenever this is over with.
Well, I mean, you're welcome to do
No,
that.
I-
we're over an hour in at this point.
We have
so,
to go.
Yeah. You got anything to add about boats?
Nothing.
Buying boats?
Come on, Dad.
I just want to say in the words of the immortal Dirtbag, I don't want you to be safe. I want you to know you're safe.
That's